Hi, Coach, your thoughts on the game?
Well, having a great crowd here in Little Rock, and we certainly are disappointed that we didn't come away with the win. But let's give Houston some credit. In the second half, they took the fight to us, and the fight seemed like it was on the offensive glass. It seemed like every time they needed a basket, we make a run to get back in the game. They get an offensive rebound or a stick back or they'll make a play. That's what you got to do in order to win on the road. You got to be able to shoot the basketball. But I want to also, I'm proud of our guys because they had an opportunity to fold their tent. And they scratched and clawed and gave themselves a chance. And I'll say it again, I thought the crowd was absolutely awesome. And so this team here has been through a lot the last 24 hours, 48 hours, you want to say. When you lose one of your better players, you know, that's some adjustment. And I thought our guys were still kind of in a state of shock. They played on a lot of emotion and just couldn't get the job done. So we'll get back and get the practice, and now we're going to know he's not going to be there, so we can have some other guys continue to improve. Proud of the young guys. Coach Jude did a good job of really going out and playing his heart out. Mark Dreyfus. Now you get the chance to see some flashes of the youth and the talent that they bring. A guy like Kai Matt, he did some good things out there, as well as a guy like B.J. Young. But you also saw the other side of that when they try to do too much. But that's a sign of youth.
How did Marshawn get hurt, and kind of what's the long-term prognosis?
Just somebody fell on his knee.
I'm sorry?
Somebody fell on his knee. We were working out here. And, it's kind of one of those chain reactions. The guy makes a move, the guy falls, and he falls on the guy's knee.
That happened yesterday or today?
In practice.
I mean, was it yesterday?
Yes.
And what's the long-term prognosis for him?
We get an examination, hopefully Monday. Everyone will know exactly what's taking place. But it's a severe knee sprain for sure. And who knows, there may be something else going on. We'll find out on Monday.
Do you think there's a chance he could be back this year? Or?
We'll know that on Monday, Rob.
Talk about a lot of this area. So you obviously played really well for your small forward number two.
Well, he did some good things for him. I thought, anytime a guy comes home, you know he's going to be ready to play. And I thought he made some big plays for him. Seemed like he had maybe 2 or 3 and ones. And he had someone in the second half, big. They were big plays for him.
Did you feel like their run at the end of the first half, did you feel like at halftime your team had lost the momentum a little bit because they were able to come out in the second half and hit you like 23-8?
Well, I always tell our guys it's 0-0 at halftime anyway. I just thought coming out the first 4 or 5 minutes was going to be critical for the game. We came out and we turned the ball over twice. And before you know it, they picked up on the momentum and they took advantage of it.
With Vince, probably didn't have him thinking he was going to score 19. Just what you think of him?
Well, he'd been doing well in the game. I mean, he's like their second or third leading scorer on the team. He came in and scored 19 points against Utah Valley the other night. So he's a good weapon because he can step out and shoot the basketball. And it's something that we talk about, in terms of scouting. We got to make sure we be out there making put it on the floor. And we didn't do a good job on him. I thought we did a good job on Joe Young, who's their leading scorer. But then they had some other guys step up and play well for them. I thought the Thomas kid in the second half, he was big for them. He got rebound and scored in traffic. Again, they didn't shoot the ball well. And you got to put the ball in the hole. We forced 20 turnovers, but we only had 10 assists. So when you don't shoot and put it in the hole, so the defense really has to come off for you. We had some breakdowns.
Marshawn's dealt with a lot of injury issues. Just how's he doing mentally, do you think? How's he handling all
You saw him, he was sitting on the bench, and I think he was in his coaching mode tonight, trying to encourage the guys.
Have you had a chance to spend a lot of practice time on that lineup that we saw where Kai was the tallest player on the court, the all guard?
Just one of those,
was that
we're trying to get ourselves back in the game, and we had to just get in our scramble mode and I thought it went well until we got tired. I think that's when they took advantage of getting offensive rebound and putting them in. But we had our chances.
How tough is it moving forward without Marshawn?
Well, we'll find out. I think that's now we know he's not going to be there right now anyway. So now we can actually have some practice time where he's not there, and so So now guys know they're gonna be in the mix and they gotta get ready for us. A guy like Devontae, I think Devontae can help our basketball team. He's just young, and that's what we are, we're just young.
You know, Mike, I know it's just your first game here as head coach, but Arkansas is like, it's 2-8 in their last 10 here in Verizon. Does that surprise you? And I know you want to get that turned around.
It does, because this is a great environment. I think it's a great environment, and have an opportunity to be here for many years. I know our players used to enjoy coming down and playing before the people in Central Arkansas. It's an active crowd, lively crowd, they're into it, and they love the Razorbacks. So we just can't get it done tonight. I'll take the blame on that. I just couldn't. I told the guys, they're 2-0 and I'm more than one. I'll take the blame because I didn't get the right people in the right place at the right time. And, but I don't like to lose, so that means we're going to go back and really get prepared for our next game and the season.
Anything else?
What do you think of BJ?
I think you saw some things, some flashes of BJ, what he's capable of doing. Thought he got tired, and then I think that's when you saw some of the mental letdowns. It's, offensively, he can do some good things. He's pretty active defensively, touches a lot of basketball. But that's just his third college basketball game, as well as Kai, as well as Hunter. And of course, to be playing the way we play, it's like all of them are freshmen.
Mike, now that you're not, without Powell, you have 9 scholarship players. Have you ever had this situation before in your head coaching career?
No, it's like I say, it's a situation that I haven't had to. I've always had at least 10, 11 guys, and so that's going to be some subtle adjustments on my part in terms of how we practice. And, but at the same time, I know we got to use all the guys we have, whether it be in practice and hopefully in games as well. So it's about adjusting. That's all it is. That's coaching. You got to make adjustments. But we still want to play an up-tempo basketball style of basketball. But now we got to get some practice time without Marshawn. He's been instrumental in what we've been doing. I mean, you don't lose your lead score, your lead rebound, and it's not effective basketball. The day before you play a game against a good Houston team that was humble.
Great. Thanks, Coach.